Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more of the Thin Blue Line. Hopefully you had some fantastic day. Alright, in the last episode, Habib went undercover and did the whole sex worker thing to try to trap old boy, and then he ended up turning her in. And I wonder if she got held accountable for that, or was old boy, I think, what's the department called again? The CID? I wonder if he was held accountable for it since she followed his orders. It would mess up if it impacted her career because of a decision that he made. Yeah, most likely she was following the order, so it was on him. And old boy came in. I said this before, it's really hard to feel bad for him because he's such a douche. Like, the way he carries himself, the way he talks to people, and the way he operates in general, it's just really hard to feel bad for the guy when something doesn't go his way. Similar to when he was got excited about the leather jacket and that whole case fell apart. It's hard to feel bad for him. And, oh man, I can't even remember names right now, but Rowan Atkinson's character, he does such a terrible job talking to his wife. He just says all the wrong stuff all the time, and he can never, like, quite read the room. So she's very patient, the way she deals with him. Surprisingly, the whole Habib and his situation didn't seem too on the nose for her to not think like, okay, this is too on the nose. I don't think that he would do this. I don't think that he will sleep with her or do anything crazy. But because he's so goofy in the way he operates, that's why I think the confusion will come from as a character. That's what I think makes it a bit more believable. I don't know. And if you notice, I don't have any toys or anything anywhere. I guess I don't want to talk too long in the beginning. I explain it at the end, but long story short, or too long didn't read, is because it's so hard to control the environment of this room. That's the main thing. It's always too hot. It's always too cold. And like having preheated or pre-cool it. Essentially, this is like it's a garage. It's like half of a garage. And then also the sound, because there's no insulation. Sound comes through it pretty easy too, and it's gotten worse with the guy working on his motorcycle, which no knock on him, it is what it is. It's not his fault this room doesn't have insulation and he wants to work on his motorcycle. Anywhere else in the house you barely hear it. You have the TV on, you don't hear it, you have a headphone, whatever, you can drown it out. So this is just turning back into my project room where I do projects and stuff when I'm working on handhelds or I'm 3D printing or things like that. Because this is a good room for that. This is a decent room for that. So yeah, I won't talk about it too long. Let's just go ahead and jump into it, and hopefully I'm in the other room pretty soon, the next couple days or so. So let's just go ahead and jump into it, and we'll talk about it more at the end.
Now, you promise you won't forget to go to the bank at lunchtime?
No, I won't, Patricia. Of course, it would be more convenient to go now, and for that very reason, the bank is closed.
Does the world run mad?
Red Week, Raymond. Just students having a laugh.
When I was at college, I suffered from the curious delusion that I was there to study. Oh, well, I suppose we were all young once.
Not you, Raymond. You were born middle-aged.
Kind of you to say so, Patricia. I've always attempted to maintain a mature outlook, but the capacity was there.
So you all right, man. You rebel.
Well, I really don't think you're being fair, Patricia. We have lots of fun together. What about last night? Flagellation on top of...
Do you know, last week I found him in bed with a model. No. We've still got bits of balsa wood stuck to the duvet.
Juvenile, juvenile, juvenile.
Yes, Rag Week, ladies and gentlemen, is upon us again. Come on, sit down. And the question that every policeman, or indeed police person, how are we to deal with the inevitable juvenile excesses to come? Constable Goody.
Well, it depends, doesn't it, sir? Is this one of those brain teasers, sir, where Cleopatra turns out to be a goldfish?
Concentrate, Daddy, concentrate, because believe it or not, you did make a valid point. One must, of course, judge each case on its merits. I do not wish to have my officers accused of being excessive in their treatment of excesses.
But keep going, sir. I expect we'll catch up.
Decent crime, that's all I'm asking for. We used to get them every day. Blimey, Craig, where were you dragged up? Milking first, tea next, sugar.
Doesn't matter.
What excesses may we expect to encounter, and how are we best to deal with them? The police officer's secret weapon. For never forget that if you arrest a college rugby team for using obscene language, at some point you'll find yourself in court having to recite the lyrics of the good ship Venus.
Oh, surely not, sir.
Oh, yes. Defense briefs are ruthless. An external organ of the male anatomy.
Doesn't rhyme with Venus.
May I have a word, Raymond? A matter of extreme urgency has arisen. I want to bring you up to speed because you and your officers may possibly be able to assist in a minor capacity at some hypothetical later stage, although I doubt it.
Well,
And
we'll
only
get
if I
to
let
it.
you, which I probably won't.
Well, anything we can do to help, Derek. Perhaps we could all club together and buy you a straitjacket.
Now, this has just arrived. I think it's genuine.
clearly the work of a wild lunatic.
Exactly. Have you ever been to Wales? As for the Scots, if your national dish is a sheep's stomach, you're going to be bitter, aren't you? Of course, it could be the Cornish. They're bloody strange. And the George. Constable, you got a good little brain there. Bit of training, we might make you a detective.
Oh, I don't think so, sir. I haven't got the skills, you see. For one thing, I can't talk out of my...
Yes, thank you, Harry. Surely, Inspector Grimm, you're not suggesting that we take this note seriously.
I take all threats of terrorist activity seriously. All I know is, if it is genuine, my arse will be on the line and I don't want a cock-up.
Well, I imagine that you don't. So, this deadly dratsuck, what do you think it might be? I fear, Derek, that you've been the victim of a rag week prank.
Cold thing. Still doing juveniles.
Well, you worked it out quicker than I thought, Raymond. Not as quickly as I did, but well done all the same.
Sir, I got the Home Office on the phone.
Oh, you said comments on? Only juveniles.
And the Armed Response Unit want to know what you want.
Tell them I'm gonna shoot some bleeding students!
So, as I was saying, tolerance. The police officer's secret weapon. What a dippert's loof that man is.
Well, I shouldn't eat so much rubbish anyway. I think it's making me flabby.
No, what absolute nonsense, Patricia.
Do you think so?
Of course. It's got nothing to do with diet. You're bound to start to sag a bit as you get older.
This dude. He never watches what he says.
Hear that, Craig? Hey? Hello, Don. Craig, what's you studying then,
He
eh?
went straight to flirting.
Goya's chocolate frog.
Look, I'm not even having a lunch break. There's too much paperwork. Now, if you don't go to the bank and renew the standing orders, they'll repossess the telly.
Well, that'd be no bad thing.
Dang.
It's all rubbish anyway, nothing but mindless escapism.
Oh, and Sherlock Holmes isn't much.
Given for wanting to dream again my boyhood dreams of foiling the machinations of the Red-Headed League.
Well, we none of us get what we want, do we? I know I don't.
No, I suppose not. And proud and happy.
You could make me proud and happy, Raymond, by going to the bank when I asked you, and occasionally giving me a damn good rogering.
Dang. Yeah, I'm good all time. Oh, dear.
Fellow Ring. Roger Ring. And we
Ain't
were
talking
just
about
saying,
this one.
Well, how damn good he is, basically. Damn good Roger Ring. Isn't that right, Sergeant? You got away with that one.
No.
Just don't forget to go to the bank.
This morning. Visiting the bank.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out, Constable Goody. I was about to ask for 2 tickets to see Lawrence of Arabia.
Do you think we're in the right queues, sir? Some of the other queues are moving much faster, and it's nearly time to be back at work. I think I'll swap. Do you think I should swap, sir? I think I should swap. Some of the other queues are moving much quicker. Do you think I should swap queues,
Bro.
Yes, Constable Goody, I think you should swap queues. I think you should swap banks. If I'd given my choice, I'd have you in a different country.
You can come back and I'll let you in. No. What we do is we put a bag here to save our place, and then we go and join the other queues.
Bro,
Oh, no.
this is triple.
We put the coat and the bag at the end of each
He's
queue.
overthinking
and then we
this
just ask
process.
other people to shuffle them down so we don't lose our...
In 20s, please, darling.
She's like, bro,
Just one moment.
use your ass like that.
Constable Crane, did you just push in?
Oh, yeah. I always do that. Well, if you can't jump the odd queue, what's the point of being a copper?
The po-
Think you've lost your place?
Yeah, doing that long speech.
2 seconds to spare. Good afternoon, Sergeant Dawkins. Forgive me for not greeting you more affectionately.
Telling me you didn't organise the standing orders.
I fear not. You see, I neglected to allow for the fact that
you just
because
roll
the
their
banks
eyes.
now spend so much money advertising their tawdry services on the television, they can no longer afford to actually employ any staff.
You're a bloody idiot. You know that, don't you? A bloody idiot.
Please, Sergeant Dawkins,
She
we
said
are
that
on
with her
duty.
chest.
I'm not an idiot. I'm your commanding officer. I'm only an idiot between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, after 6:30 and at weekends,
Well, I'm...
held up at the bank.
Well, I must say you're taking it very calmly.
So yeah, Rob, dude.
Excuse me, please. Can I get a drink, please? Thank you very much. Constable Habib, I want this lot processed and charged.
What?
It's something like a man walks into a bar. He says, ouch, because it's a public bar. I mean, it's an iron bar. Now, that's a joke.
Yes, well, they say it's the way you tell them. Now, you get on, Inspector Grimm. We'll book this lot of desperados and ensure that they're properly dealt with. Never fear.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you recognise the seriousness of the situation.
He'd letting them go for sure.
If I'm not at the nick, you can get me on my mobile. I'll give you a banana.
Or family hatchbacks. You think he's going to say, oh, I know, we'll go to Britain, where the academic elite are a bunch of idiots in tutus and gorilla masks? Or will he go to continental Europe, where young people wear Benetton tops and respect authority? Did you ever think of that? No, well, it's time you bucked up your ideas then. Well, before long, Britain's name will be mud. Or worse, it'll be Italy. You're not worth charging, just shove off. I weep for our country, I really do.
I think he's gonna let them go.
12-year-olds in Holland and Belgium can already speak fluent English.
They're no cleverer than British children, sir. My niece is only 10, and she can speak fluent English.
Bro.
Your head is just something you keep your hat on, isn't it, lad?
It's delinquents, yobbos and hooligans.
Oh, I think you're being a bit harsh there, Derek. Some of your officers aren't so bad.
You know damn well what I mean. It's all gone posh, snob, brainy, bloody hoity-toity, up your bum and pardon me for living.
I beg your pardon?
There was a time when if a bloke wanted to rob a bank, he went out and he bought a shot.
Excuse me. Yes, Fowler?
Raymond, I'm in the bank. There's a hold-up.
Oh.
What, still? I don't believe it. They'll have to get some more staff. I'm going to write to their head office. I really am.
You fool, and listen. It really is a hold-up with guns. I'm lying face down on the floor with the other customers.
Stay where you are.
Where she go?
Don't move.
That's what they said. What side do you want?
Whose side are you on?
A real live... Well, thanks to Sergeant Dawkins' prompt action, we've got them good and cornered. I hope they haven't shot her.
Have you established...
I've paid for your education, you layabout. And for your heroin, and your free bloody condoms.
I am not a student. I am a real police officer, and there is a bank robbery in progress, so will you kindly stand back, please?
Very good, isn't he? I mean, he's really quite convincing. Perhaps he's a drama student. I don't care what he is. He should get a bloody job.
Nice
No, he
PO.
hasn't done any harm. Here. You haven't got any pot, have you, love? My rheumatism's killing me, and paracetamol just brings me dinner up.
Yes.
Poor old lady.
We'll see what we can do.
We win their trust by buying them a pizza. Why, it seems so simple. I wonder if the same tactics could work in Bosnia.
Just do your job, Fowler. And if the shooting starts, keep your head down. This is CID business.
I was like, well, the hitters got
And
negotiated.
that is my phone.
The woman I love is in that bank. Let me talk to them.
He said he gonna do something
order
heroic.
the pizza.
He's
Sir, if
driven
I
to
give
do
him the
something
money, do you
heroic.
think...
All the toppings.
Yes, who cares? Just order everything.
No, I don't think that's a good idea, sir. I mean, everything includes anchovies. Lots of people hate anchovies. I know.
Just get pepperoni, man.
Anchovies could send these villains over the edge.
Yes.
Oh, these fools moving there?
On second thoughts, I'll do it myself.
Yes, it's coming. Where the hell is Fowler?
Is he gonna botch this, man? Or are you gonna... He might actually pull it off.
Now, this time, you really have gone too far.
All right.
He thinks it's
Lob
a
us
prank.
the pizza. Then get lying on the floor with them other lot.
Lob us the pizza, them other lot. Jangling jelly babies. If you spend more time in lectures instead of playing ridiculous pranks like this, you might sound slightly less moronic. There's nothing clever about foul language. I am a police officer. You are all under arrest.
Get away, or you're dead.
I'm going to count.
They're all coppers.
Thank you. I've never heard of such naughtiness, I really.
He could lose when he found those were real good.
I was so proud of you.
I was very proud of you too, Patricia. You were most intimidating. I certainly wouldn't want to meet you on a dark night.
Except to sleep with me.
Well, quite.
I'm the manager of this bank, and I have to say, you acted with tremendous courage.
So, 3 desperate villains, just as I thought.
Both of you risked your lives for us. Now, is there anything the bank can do for you?
No. The only reward a police officer needs is to know that he's done his duty.
Yeah, there is.
Served his community and ensured that, as ever, the thin blue line remains unbroken.
Of course, you could renew our standing orders.
Oh, yes, actually.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, sir. The bank closed 3 minutes ago.
Hey, bro, you don't figure something out. If we could make an exception. Unless their systems or something shut down, like right at a certain mark. God bless him. I thought he'd go faint or something once he found out that they were actually like real criminals. He got lucky. But it makes sense that nobody wants to go down for killing the cop. Yeah, that's who wants to add that to the rap sheet, especially because you're surrounded. Now you shot a cop, and that's on top of your sentence as opposed to the attempted robbery of a bank. Yeah, that's crazy. So it makes sense, dude. And I want to go down, killing the cop, and howl it down. But the fact that I thought they was going to pass out, and then once he pulled him off and he didn't, I was like, it's just going to take back how she felt about how heroic he was since he thought it was students. But nah, not at all. Didn't even play into that portion. She get all horned up for that dude. He once said he wanted an opportunity to actually do something heroic, but in his eyes, it really wasn't heroic. He thought it was teenage kids, and he was just lecturing them at the end of the day. Maybe because I just don't follow that type of content, but I wonder when was the last time there was an actual like big bank robbery. I hear about gas stations and stuff like that being robbed all the time, but an actual bank robbery, I haven't heard about anything about that. I know this girl spoke about her dad being this bank robber who told her that he robbed the bank back in the 80s or something. And that's the reason why he always goes everywhere with a baseball cap and always had a beard or he had a beard when he robbed the bank and he shaved it. I don't remember. But he told her to promise not to tell anybody. And as soon as he died, she told everybody. I was like, I guess she was like, because he pinched off the money or something, but it wasn't like they were rich or anything. They led a normal life. But I think he sold like $800,000 or something. And he just left. Something like that. But it was like he got away with it. I think he worked at the bank. I'm getting this story terrible. This happened recently. And she's been on podcasts and stuff like that talking about it. And that's like the one thing he told, like, don't tell anybody, yada, yada, yada. I don't want anybody to know, but I want to at least tell my daughter before I passed away that it was me. And she looked up all the old articles, all that kind of stuff about this, the employee who stole money and just disappeared. It's something like that. God bless him. My memory is so bad. I think because I wasn't following it closely, somebody did a summary of it. I heard about it maybe a month or two ago. So it's pretty recent, kind of recent. I haven't heard much about a bank robbery. A recent one happened in a long time. But yeah, hopefully I'll be recording in the other room pretty soon. And I can have a bit of a normal routine where I'm not constantly chasing moments where there is a loud motorcycle or, preheating the room or pre-cooling the room, all that type of stuff. All right, folks, that's it. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.